What's up, guys? Is a private investigator watching you? I'm going to show you a surveillance investigation report here in a minute, and I'll show you exactly what a private investigator will do if some insurance company or some other kind of government agency sicks one on you. You guys sit around in tinted windows and stuff like that. Easy solution is move out to the country where nobody's around. Have fun, Mr. Private Investigator. I hope you enjoy the negative 10-degree weather. You'll be easy to spot because you'll be the only guy out there with your car running. If you have a disability claim, it's quite possible that a private investigator will be on your tail at some point. You know, think about it. Insurance companies make money by collecting premiums. They don't make money by paying claimants. Right? Makes sense. The insurance company wants to catch you engaging in activities that are inconsistent with your work restrictions. If you have a limitation on lifting, say, 10 pounds, it's quite possible that a private investigator could be watching you. And he's going to try to catch you and make it look like you're lifting 10 pounds or over it or whatever. I mean, these guys are out there. So there's lots of sneaky tactics these guys use, and the laws change from state to state, but usually what they do is they videotape you, and then they use video grabs, and they'll take a picture of you picking up like a paper bag from the grocery store. You're well within your restrictions to carry it because it's got a bag of chips in there. But he may, he'll use the worst screen grab that he can, and, make it look like you're struggling with it or something, because it's a screen grab. And he'll make it look like you're carrying something that's heavier than you're supposed to be carrying. They put very little emphasis on the 23 hours of the day that you don't come out. They put a lot of emphasis on when you are moving about. And yeah, he sure seems to be moving around well and without effort. And, they don't mention the painkillers and stuff like that. So this is an actual report, and this is the way it's going to show up. They're going to film you for 3 days or 5 days or however long, and that's basically what you're going to be going up against. So I redacted all the names and locations to the best of my ability to hide the innocent, and I just want to give you a sense of what one of these reports look like, and you'll be surprised. Big business, right? Private investigators. You might be a private investigator. So if you're a private investigator or a Leo, I know a lot of cops watch my channel. What do you guys know about this? Let me know. Chime in. Is this accurate info? This was a couple years ago. I can't see the tactics changing much. But let me know, and if you need help with your VA claim, you can sign up below at combatcraigwins.com, and the secret hashtag for this video is sitting right over here, and I am calling people, randomly picking people from videos, and we'll do a little one-on-one with Combat Craig, and we'll talk about your claim. I've had some good conversations. So here is the surveillance investigation report. This is a real report. A couple of notes before I start. I have permission to use this report. I said I would redact everything out of it that shows names, dates, protecting the innocent, all that kind of stuff. It may vary in your state how a report like this might happen. But if a private investigator is following you for a disability case, this is the kind of thing they will generate. It may not look exactly like this, but it's going to have this kind of detail in it. They follow you around with a video camera, and they take screen grabs at opportune moments. You got a brown grocery bag and you have a 10-pound lifting restriction. They're going to pick the screen grab that makes it look like you're carrying bricks. This is just what these guys do. So let's go through it. This is going to be a pretty extensive thing, and I'm going to fill in the blanks. Like I said, there's a lot of blank spots, which is right here. Confidential report, obviously. No dates or anything like that. It says what the assignment was. So-and-so was contacted to conduct surveillance investigative actions. That sounds official. It says the dates and times of surveillance. So this one was a 3-day surveillance on a Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. 7 to 5, what's that, 10 hours? So roughly this was 10 hours a day for 3 days between, during the daytime hours. They didn't report on the night, obviously. And again, not sure what all the current surveillance techniques are. I know drones are legal now. I don't know how they use them. I wouldn't be surprised if they're flying those things around. I know they can't like go trespassing into your backyard and go filming into your house and you go out there and beat the shit out of them or shoot them or something like that. So there's rules that they have to follow. But anyway, let's go through it. So investigation summary. The investigator arrived at the subject's reported residence. Address is missing. The residence is described like this. A car was present. A license plate and a car was observed. So they're real detailed about the time they arrived. And, because this is a first-hand witness thing, they might have to go into court or something like that. And so they're real detailed so they could just go read their notes, because that's part of the whole deal. The insurance companies pay big money for these things, and this is big business. So, it gets there at 7:01, sees an African-American male in his 30s exiting and entering his car and taking off. People in their 30s, somebody hops into a Volkswagen, she takes off. Surveillance was relocated to another place, set up shop at another location. Found the subject at 1:56 p.m. He was carrying a large bag, they say large bag, several other items from the trunk, making multiple trips to and from his car, and his mobility did not appear to be limited. And this is the kind of stuff that they say. Notice that, and that's it, at 5:01 p.m., surveillance was terminated. So this guy saw some activity at 1:56 and said some lifting was going on. Large items, multiple trips. Doesn't say anything. Shows up the next day at 5:59 a.m. Subject didn't appear, and then he did. He's moving in a fluid manner. Subject was departing his residence. Then they go to moving surveillance. So what's going on here is these guys are sitting in your neighborhood with tinted windows and stuff like that. So you can't really see them even if you're really looking for them. If you live in a crowded city, it's really tough to spot these guys. I mean, that's what they do. So anyway, he's moving and he departed his vehicle. Moving surveillance was initiated. And they're hitting all the times, right? Pulled into a Jack-in-the-Box. Due to the heavy flow of traffic, the investigator continued surveillance from a safe distance. Went back. He's carrying the Jack-in-the-Box. Like, maybe that's heavy or something like that. He was talking to somebody on the stoop, and no further activity. Surveillance was terminated. So that's 2 full days of 10 hours. A little bit of movement, some other people, some dogs, Jack-in-the-Box, brief walk around the block. Oh, no, that's day 3. So comes back, smoking a cigarette. There's a cooler being moved around. There's fetch going on with some dogs. Brief walk. Looks to be walking fine, and a takeout bag, and, 4:02 p.m., no further activity, surveillance was terminated. So in this particular thing, it's funny to note that they're just talking about the time, and they're real specific, and they drag out this verbiage of all the times that they see you. I mean, I guess that's what they have to do. This happens, again, like I said, this is an actual real report. So they did some kind of comprehensive research and mapping software and began surveillance and blah, blah, blah. And they'll go check your internet activity. In this one, the Facebook address was in there. I don't know what happened with any other social media accounts. This is another good point. I talk about with your VA claim, when people are asking you what you do for a living, you say that you're retired. And I'm not saying that the VA has the resources to go do this. I'm sure it's happened. Just something to keep in mind. They check your social media. In this case, this is an actual report, and they said they checked the Facebook account. Looking for professional licenses, hunting licenses, concealed weapons record, FAA certs, all this stuff, right? So then they do a summary of filmed activity. That's funny. So 11 minutes of video was obtained of the subject over the course of 3 days. I don't think this is a very successful run in this particular case, but you can see what they're saying. Carrying a large bag, trunk of vehicle, making multiple trips. So in this 2 minutes of video, they're trying to paint all sorts of stuff this person was doing. Then there's 5 minutes of video of walking dogs and went to Jack in the Box and, painting that up. Then the third day, there's 4 minutes. He's carrying a cooler and a chair. And of course, they're not saying what kind of, is it a beach chair or is this a 500-pound massage chair? Walking and takeout stuff, right? So again, 11 minutes of video, but they're not focusing on what's 72 hours, right? They're focusing on 11 minutes out of 72 hours. This is where this guy was living. He has this vehicle and that vehicle. Investigator, probably should have put his name in there. And they talk about the surveillance more in detail. 7:50, this gal was checked out, and some kids and DMV records, and then they go take the video grabs. Like, here's some pictures of the video grabs. Here's another picture. They do check in, I guess, once an hour. Nothing happened. So I take that back. Comes back the next day, same kind of thing. Nothing happened, whatever, walking dogs. The subject did not appear to be straining and moved in a fluid manner. Video, like screen grabs. Subject departed his residence, blah, blah, blah. Jack in the Box, following from a safe distance. So this is the detail these guys go into. There's some more pictures of whatever, a chair and a cooler maybe in this one. So that's basically what these guys do. They do it for a living, and they're out there and they're creeping around. This, I can tell you, is for a workers' comp claim. I know they do these on disability claims as well. I'm not sure how much they do this with Social Security disability or VA disability, but I know it's been done. Again, I don't know the exact details. It varies from state to state. But I just wanted to show you guys that these people are out there